Hello.
Oh, you're here. Come on in. So excited. I've been
Hi.
waiting for this possibly my entire life.
Perfect.
I am currently residing at the One Hotel in Miami South Beach. Just come on in. I love for us to do like a mini selfie right here.
Okay. Hello.
I had my chef prepare us some desserts. I know you love chocolate, so this is a chocolate flavor. I think we should have. Would you like some?
Sure.
All right, let's do a little bite here. Let me give you this little bite here.
What?
Here we go. How was that?
Very good.
It's a good flavor. Yay.
I won't get your face. Yay. What do you think?
Good.
Any good?
I want more cake.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's salted caramel.
I think you're right.
I think we should have a cocktail.
Sure.
We're here tonight for our 25 questions, but also we have an event tonight.
We do have an event tonight, and we had an event last night.
Last night we
And
had
we have a road trip tomorrow.
party slates and a party in Miami
Yeah.
at the Sacred Space.
Yeah.
Beautiful, with Chris Weinberg as our planner and Gilded Group as our decor company.
Yeah.
Got that.
Woo!
And tonight's event is the South Florida WIPA division.
Okay, Manolo.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about your company. What do you do?
Definitely. My name is Manolo. My last name is Doreste, and I am a portrait photographer.
Yeah.
Come on to my living room. Please make yourself
All right.
Yeah, and then I'm just going to set you down right over here.
Okay.
I'm going to open this up for a second. I'll help out with the technicalities. Look at that framing. Looks good.
Looks great.
Great.
Okay, let's go have a drink. You are a photographer.
So I have 3 divisions to my company.
Yes.
I have my family and children, my social and weddings, and I have my commercial and advertising. So those 3 pillars for me are kind of the pillars of my business. What was really great, because I know I get this question comes up a lot, is what happened during the pandemic? Weddings and social had to stop just because of
Everything
ordinances. But people still had life events. They were still having children. Corporate companies, corporations were still wanting to update headshots, get new images for their branding and marketing. So a benefit to having those 3 pillars was being able to move forward in other areas of business where one was really stagnant. So that was a big pro.
And it was a challenging time, and it affected every business differently. And some industries took off, like the home industry and real estate and home design and professional organizing. And then, so it is good to diversify for sure.
Definitely.
Love it. So let's talk about how we met.
Yes. So
that was fun.
I want to say it was 10 years ago.
Gosh, we're going to have to Google it.
Because it might have been 2013.
I don't know.
Or 14, but you and I both attended Engage. We were in Mexico in the property in Zook.
Yes, and you were taking over their Instagram.
I took the Knots Instagram over. That's what it was. At Engage, correct.
And I was looking at the hashtags for the event or a tag on Engages, wherever it was. And I saw you and I said, I like him. And I said, we're going to be friends.
I'm glad you did, because I loved you the moment I met you. That was amazing. And what was really nice about that event was it was my first time being introduced to the Engage and their seminars.
That was your first one?
It was.
I feel like it was maybe my first or second one. I don't remember.
I think it was your first.
My first one.
I think it was both of our first.
I think it was.
It was such a great introduction to the luxury properties and the whole concept of being submerged in luxury as part of your education, which is beautiful. And beyond meeting you, I did meet a handful of people, but you and I clicked immediately. Yeah. And I knew that I loved your energy, your attitude, your persona, your business mindset. At the point you had that blog.
Reverie Gallery.
Reverie Gallery.
Back in the day.
And I supported everything I could with you on that and loved that about you.
Yeah.
And
we did a lot together. We did the Instagram intensive in your office. That was so fun.
We did the Instagram intensive. We
did
a photo shoot. Hey, it's Sunday. I'm with Erica.
Yeah.
And someone's getting new headshots.
Somebody's getting a whole shoot.
Yes, so exciting. Look at this beautiful day. Breezy, cool, beautiful Miami. We also did your first workshop in Arizona?
Oh, yes. No, it was actually my second, but it was my first larger one.
Yeah.
So my first one was only 6 people.
Yep. Intimate. I love that.
You know what, though? It was even life-changing for me. So it was worth it. It's always worth it. Even if it's start 6 somewhere. People, 40 people.
Right? Don't you have to start somewhere?
Yeah. And then you hosted several of our retreats, which was so fun. We loved.
Always a blast to do that.
And back to your business.
Back to my business, yeah. So I started actually in 2001.
Yeah.
So I'm 22 years in this industry, which is amazing. And I love that about my business, that I've been able to grow, evolve. Started with a business who was just myself. I had a staff of 8, a full office, employees, rented out office space. Pandemic came and I just decided I want something a little less responsible. Yeah. I didn't want to have to be tied down to one location. I moved into a shared workspace company, which is called WeWork. And basically that gives me access to over 850 locations worldwide.
It's amazing.
Which when I travel, and I do travel a lot, it's great to be able to know I have a dedicated workspace at home.
Away from home.
I have places I can meet clients. I can have spaces where I could actually shoot my clients.
It's awesome.
So it really opens up.
With the camera.
The mobile. Face. With the camera. But it opens up your offices to be global.
I actually was a part of an office share. I was at Common Desk for this whole last year, and now I'm going back to being at home. And that's something that is fun about having a business, switching things up when you need different things.
It's true. What I do like about that concept of the shared workspace is the ability to expand when needed.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
Without contracts or breaking down walls, anything of that nature, it's a lot easier to see a business be flexible with what their needs are.
I love it.
Season on, off season, and so forth, which is really, really great.
What is your favorite pizza out there in the entire world that you've ever had?
Ooh, okay. That's a tough one. So, a very memorable pizza I had was in a property in Mexico.
Yes.
It's called Mayacoba.
Yes.
And they have a pizza with pulled pork, avocado, pickled onions.
Well, that sounds good.
It's divine. But there are 2 things about pizza.
Oh, no, there's like at least 9 things about pizza that are fabulous. We'll just start with this.
This goes on. There's 2 things I do with pizza that is a little unique.
Okay.
So, number 1 is potato chips.
Yes.
I love that crunch effect.
So you put potato chips on the pizza.
So find your favorite potato chip.
Okay. Crush it
and drop it on your pizza.
Okay.
Second thing
now, do you bring the chips with you to the restaurant?
Depends on the restaurant.
And are they okay with it?
Most restaurants don't offer that. So therefore, they're okay with it.
It's your own condiment.
It's my condiment. It's like if they don't have hot sauce, I'm bringing the hot sauce.
What chips do you put on there?
All. From Cheetos, Doritos, Lay's.
Which I find very funny since you're a rather healthy person.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's like my guilty pleasure. That along with a Coca-Cola.
And now you're saying there's one more.
So the second one, it's tahini.
Okay.
Not tagine. Tahini, which is a Mexican.
Say it with us.
Tahini, the Mexican chili spice.
I've had it.
Have you had it on pizza?
I do. I have it at home. Not on pizza.
Popcorn?
Not on popcorn.
You're going to love those too.
I've had it on watermelon.
Yes. Mangoes?
Yeah.
Ooh. Try it on pizza and popcorn.
And what kind of pizza does it go best with, or any or all?
Any.
Okay.
Any.
So that was your favorite pizza. And one story about pizza that I remember was when you were visiting us, and you and me and my husband, Jonathan, and Brinley, my daughter, went to a pizza place, and you and I and my husband are such pizza snobs that we each needed to order our own pizza because we needed our own toppings. So we had these huge, I
think I had it for 3 days.
Yeah. We had 3 huge pizzas on the table, and then my daughter's little pizza underneath. There's no room on the table because the whole thing was covered with pizza.
I think I had half a pizza that day and then half a pizza the next day. So I remember one year I went to Chicago to work with a couple who was doing the maternity portraits.
Yes. And
I ordered a deep dish pizza. And I think I ate that for 3 days. That same pizza for the next 3 days.
Well, it must have been good.
It was delicious. I put it in the refrigerator, take it out, microwave it, keep going.
Okay, rapid fire.
Yeah, rapid fire, go.
Hand tossed, thin, or deep dish?
Ooh, thin.
Oh.
I know.
I'm a deep dish.
I know.
And it's bad.
I know.
But the deep dish, I love it.
I guess I feel like I can eat more when I do thin.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay, and your favorite, you said, is pulled pork, or do you not care?
No,
you like to try different things in different places?
My go-to to test out initial quality is just a pepperoni pizza, classic pepperoni.
Classic pepperoni with a thin crust.
Thin crust. In that case, I'll do anything if I'm just testing out the pizza place. But if I do have a variation, I will do a thin crust. I do like that crunch.
Another question.
Yes.
New York or Chicago?
New York.
Definitely. Yeah. There is no way around it.
Yeah.
And why is it that there's no pizza anywhere else other than right around New York? That it must be like the dough or the water. I still haven't figured it out yet.
That's my favorite. That is my favorite.
And it's legit because I grew up about 45 minutes from the city, and my favorite place was called Planet Pizza, and this is my favorite pizza. This is my favorite salad pizza.
Oh, I like that.
It's the best.
I agree with you. I do like salad pizza.
It's literally the best.
Because you know why?
It's
the crunch. I go back to crunch.
And you get to put the balsamic on it. And it's
so good. I haven't had that in a while.
What about New York versus Italy?
Italy.
Okay.
I just came back from Naples, and that's a home of pizza.
Yes, it is.
Heaven. I think there's one spot around my apartment that I went to 3 nights in a row. On night 2, I walk in, and he looks at me, and he brings in the menu. He goes, "You were here yesterday." I said, "Yeah. I want the Diavolo pizza, and I want the this beer." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And the next day, he goes, "Same pizza, same beer?" I said, "Yes."
Oh.
Same thing every night. It was delicious.
And if we're going to visit Naples, what do we do?
There's a palace called Palace de Caserta.
Okay.
About 45 minutes north of Naples, Italy, which my tour guide that took me to Capri told me about. And the designer was brought on board to create a palace that competed with Versailles.
Oh, wow.
And it is...
So we have to go see that?
Hundreds of rooms and bedrooms, grounds for days. It's beyond.
Okay.
Beyond. It's breathtaking.
What is your favorite wedding venue?
Mojica Castle's really beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, that's
New York.
at the top. Did you see the Taylor
gorgeous.
Swift video? Oh my gosh. And the Doberman's in it. So obviously
your favorite.
Yeah. I want to ride horses.
I think Rita Ora also did one there. Rita Ora
probably.
did a video there.
I think so.
But Miami has something that rivals that.
I was going to say, and we did a shoot there.
That's where you did your headshots.
We will pop in those shots. So
yes.
Absolutely. We need to do another one.
That'd be awesome.
It was so long ago.
That was a
And you know what? I'd have to say, I have had so many photos of me taken throughout the years, and those are still some of my favorites.
Yeah.
Just, you're so good.
Here's the thing is that I see a beauty that they might not see yet.
Of course.
So a lot of my women who are in their, 13 to maybe 18 love a part down the middle.
Okay.
So I do a lot of stuff that they like and how they want it. And then I'll come back and say, all right, we're going to do something that's different.
That's what you did with
me.
I
flip it. I change it around. They look at themselves and like, it's okay. But when they see their photo, I love this. I love this photo. Yeah. So I like to put people in their comfort zone, get them flowing through that, and then take them into something that might be a little bit outside their comfort zone so they could see them how I see it.
Okay. Let's say I'm a bride and I want to come to Miami and have a destination wedding.
Yes.
Top 5 venues I cannot miss looking at. 5 only.
Vizcaya. Faena. The One Hotel.
That's where we are.
Yep, that's where we are right now. Fontainebleau.
Okay, well, that's a classic.
Because that property
Miami.
is huge. It's on the water.
What about St. Regis Ball Harbor? It doesn't fit in the final 5?
It's not in Miami.
Okay.
It's considered
ish.
If I was stuck.
But if I'm from New York, it's Miami.
You're right.
That's the thing, because they don't know the difference between.
Yeah. Then I would do the St. Regis Ball Harbor. That's a gorgeous property.
It is beautiful.
Design is impeccable. Yeah, those are the top
really
5.
Iconic.
Yeah.
And they have a beautiful outdoor
and quality of service is beyond.
Next, favorite type of portrait shoot that's not a wedding or event. So portraits. What's your favorite?
I call them sweet life.
Okay,
which is
sweet life.
Coming of age.
Coming of age.
Which is bar mitzvah, bat mitzvah, sweet 15s, quinces, and the Latin community. That whole market, I adore. Because one, I get a lot more input into the design, aesthetic, and art direction.
Okay.
Because when someone is coming to me for a wedding, they've chosen their venue, a lot of things are in place. When someone comes to me for their sweet life portraits, I'm the art director for that.
Yeah.
So I get to interject my visuals, my ideas with their kind of preferences and ideas as well. So we do an 1.5-hour creative consultation where I pull out of them likes and dislikes in order to design their photo shoot.
And you do the photo shoot first, And then they use a lot of the photos at the event, right?
Oh.
That's like part of the branding of the event.
Exactly.
For those of you who don't know.
Don't know.
Very upscale luxury suite life events are going to be branded to the nines. And
completely. Bar mitzvah, bat mitzvah.
They are sometimes much larger and much more extravagant than a wedding.
You know why? Oftentimes, the family, that's almost like their last real big celebration for that child, right?
Because then the next time they're an adult.
And it's a wedding, and it's with another family.
Yes.
So oftentimes families...
So celebrating that one particular person, their child.
Like this is like the last hurrah for them.
Now I kind of feel bad about not having a bar mitzvah or not having a bar mitzvah for my daughter. Favorite place you've ever been on a trip?
This summer, I went to a city called Etretat. Okay. And I guarantee you I'm pronouncing it wrong. We'll put up the letters up here.
It's spell
in
it out.
Normandy region of France on the coast. And it's interesting because there's a coastal part that's cliffs.
Okay.
Then you have the city down on sea level.
Okay.
And then you have another section here that's coastal and cliffs with a garden.
Okay.
I'm telling you, that city is where they were inspired to film and get the idea of Beauty and the Beast. Wow. It's a replica of that city. One of the trees has a winding mechanism in the back.
Wow.
That will actually play music.
Amazing.
Like a music box.
A music box. So when you meet with a new couple that's engaged, how do you know if they're a good fit for you?
So I do an hour interview with them.
Okay.
And I do a lot of the questions. I want to understand their backstory. I want to understand actually what they envision for their wedding. There's one question I asked that I think is very insightful. So for the creatives who are out there interviewing couples, don't be afraid to learn more about them. This is my perspective. I know many people have different ways of approaching their sales meeting and interviews, but I actually asked them to describe to me in detail the one photo they envisioned from their wedding. I wanted to tell me who's in it, what's happening, where is it happening, what's supposed. And once they tell me that, I asked them to tell me where it will live in their home.
Okay.
And there is a psychological aspect to that is so interesting, because the more responses you hear, the more you start to realize and you learn about that couple. Couples who pick photos that are just of the two of them in an intimate romantic moment says a lot about that relationship.
Yes.
A couple that picks a more traditional family portrait at the altar
says a lot about the family and the couple.
So everything that they tell me about what photo they pick, the location, the poses, the lighting, and who's in it tells you so much about them.
All right. Your favorite part of being a photographer. What is your favorite thing?
It's so many. There's not one. It's one, celebrating people's joyous moments. Whether it's coming of age, maternity, a wedding. I love knowing these images I'm capturing of this newborn is going to be what they remember throughout their life, right? I love being at a ceremony and seeing a couple get emotional during their vows. There's so much I love about being a photographer, and it's an honor for me to be led into such an intimate space.
Yes.
Because if you think about it, this couple has created and curated a list of individuals that they want in a special moment with them.
Yep.
And I'm part of that. So I always tell them, listen, I want you to be as excited as I am when I get to your wedding day, because I want you to consider me family. I want you to see me and not think, oh, here's a wedding vendor. No. Oh my God, it's Manolo. He's here. He's here to celebrate my day.
That's how I always feel when I see Manolo. Just thinking.
That means a lot to me. It really does. And that's really how I approach this work. Is I get ready for a wedding like I'm going out to a party.
Yeah.
Because I do. I get my hair did. I get everything ready. I make sure I look as sharp as I can, because I want to look like the guest.
Yeah.
And I want to feel like one of the guests, as well as being able to do all this for them. So there's not one thing. There's a lot I love about what I do, but it's definitely being able to be in those beautiful moments for those families.
Okay. Favorite part of the creative process? This is a hard question.
When the client sees the final product. That's exactly
during your reveal session?
Yeah. So we do a reveal appointment where clients come in to see their final images. We have a studio space. We put on a projector. We show it to them and put it to music. We help them narrow down their favorite photos and then create any products they're going to be adding on. Wall art, albums, things of that nature. And that's where I hear the, ooh, ah, wow, oh my God, I look so good. That's my favorite moment, when they could see all the hard work.
And you don't show them the photos before that moment?
I might do a teaser or two on social, but really my goal is for them to come into the studio, see the final images in our reveal appointment, and really experience it all at once. Not at home on a little computer, but a big projector where they could really envision.
In a very funny way, we do that too with our clients. Because when we're designing a website, we don't show it to them unless it's done, finished. Yeah. So there are a lot of designers that will send drafts and drafts and revisions. And we've decided, rather than to do that, because it takes longer, to treat every website as if it were our own for ourselves. Mm-hmm. So if I'm doing your website, we're gonna pretend that your website is my website, and how would I want it to look based on your style and all of those things. We finish it all the way. We make sure it's exactly what we would want, and then we show it to them. So
it's important to take that extra step.
It's important.
A lot of, in my case, photographers will just send a link to download photos. That's great. That's an option we make.
But you're missing an opportunity.
But I think people crave experiences.
While we were grazing by websites, we did your website.
You did.
Manolo has the most FAQs out of anyone that I've ever met on any website. I believe you had something like 72.
That sounds right. I want to give him the information.
So if you want to know his answer to a potential question, definitely.
It's all there.
You've thought about it from every angle.
We get a lot of questions and inquiries, and I want to make sure people can do their due diligence. There's people who are type A personalities who want to have a lot of questions answered. So instead of a lot of back and forth, I just put it on one page, and it's there for you. Like, how many people attend your
We put it on one page.
You did a great job.
I didn't put it.
Little drop boxes left and right everywhere.
I think you maxed out the question.
I'm sure I did. You got some special code in the back end that allowed for 75.
I love that. So if you would share with everyone, tell them about what your favorite part of working with us or being with us in our community.
Oh, wow. So obviously the moment I met Erica, it was an instant attraction in so many areas. And as Erica evolved and her team evolved, she brought that same attitude, persona, due diligence into her team members.
100%.
So they were as detailed as she was. Because I think one thing we share is our attention for details. We see everything from head to toe. We see everything. Big picture. We see fewer, we
never stop seeing things.
It's a problem.
It's a problem.
It is. But we share that, right? So what I loved is how her team was the exact same way.
And that is the only way that you can actually have a team and delegate with any confidence in what's going to happen. So that's pro tip for those of you who are hiring teams. If you want your clients or your friends or whoever you're working with to trust you or trust your team as much as they trust you, if you're OCD, you have to hire OCD.
You have to, because otherwise you won't be able to relinquish control.
And you have to hire people that are more talented than yourself. So
with OCD.
In any way. Like, all of my team members are better at their jobs than I would be. And I have to do that. A lot of people are afraid to do that because they're afraid that someone will outshine them. I want my team to outshine me.
Because you want to do one element of the business, you want them to do the other element of it.
Okay, for sure. So your favorite part of our team is we're OCD. I love it. Yes. No problem.
I love
Perspective.
I love it.
Takes one to know one.
This is true.
What about what's coming up next for you?
That's a great question.
What's next in the land of Manolo?
What's probably going to happen is there's another division that I'm going to add to my pillars.
Okay.
Which is going to be photography sold. That's not portraits.
Okay.
So I'm really fortunate I get to travel a lot.
Nice.
And during those travels I take. Wow. So I'm going to be creating kind of an art gallery portfolio section for images to be sold for homes and businesses.
And this is too detailed. As you know, we're detailed. Like, how are we going to order them? In prints? Are they going to be like canvas? Is it going to be
canvas, acrylic, woods? You'll be able to find your preferred image, and then you'll be able to find your preferred method of presentation.
You should, have people hire you to go to specific places and capture. Wouldn't that be fun?
Absolutely.
That would be fun. Have somebody commission you to go to wherever, that beautiful town in France that we can't pronounce.
What I love also is the final product where we deliver something from the wedding. I had one couple, I worked with them for about 4 days, 10 years ago, and then 4 days again, 10 years later for their anniversary.
Wow.
And they bought out the entire Little Palm Island down in the Keys.
That is not on your list because it's not technically Miami.
It's not Miami.
But it's a thing.
Oh, it is.
It's the thing. Okay, well, we got to check it out.
Little Palm Island is beyond.
Little Palm Island. If you bring us down, we will very detailedly.
I'll connect you with Susan.
We could do a tour. Wouldn't that be fun next time I'm down?
Actually, we need to do a little more planning for the next visit.
Yes. Okay. This was a last minute trip due to the, potential hurricane that everyone was laughing at me. They said it was never coming here. Well, guess what? When I lived here and Irma was coming, Irma wasn't coming to us. And guess what? She did. So I wait until I know before I book my ticket.
I got you.
Where, if you could shoot anywhere or shoot any wedding anywhere that you haven't shot so far, where would you want to be? What's on your bucket list?
I think as I was just there, Lake Como's on my bucket list right now.
Oh, I love them. Yeah. I've actually never been there, but it's for sure on my bucket list.
Beautiful. Seen some gorgeous properties, gorgeous venues. That's definitely
love it.
Yes.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us. He's done. See y'all soon.
We're done.
Bye, guys.